Hello and welcome back to Bucks County. This is this week's flyer that will be going out. I did not include soybeans as you have not finished harvesting them. After you finish with the soybeans, take all of the silage down to Dreaming Tree Farms. They have made a request to buy it all. Next, lease a planter like this one from the shop and plant corn in field 16 and sunflowers in field 17. That should build up our stock a bit as other farms have started planting as well. And a quick update, the owner of Field 14 was able to lease a new tractor and harvester because after you fertilized the field they were able to secure financing based on future crop output. Nice work on that one. That's all for now, have a good day.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. We're back in Bucks County again, episode number 8 into our adventure here to save the town from bankruptcy. Things are slowly coming back to life. I'm glad we did not get the soybeans added to that flyer just yet. We just finished them. This is the third field now that we've completed. We've got 26 done, 16 done, and 17 is now done. We've got 105,000 liters of soybeans going into the silo. That can go on next week's flyer. And we've got a bunch of stuff to do today. You heard the lady. We've got to bring all of that silage down to Dreaming Tree Farms, which I believe we'll tackle next. We've got to replant corn and sunflowers, of all things. So it appears that a lot of farms around us are making a run for sunflowers. Maybe they know something we don't. Maybe the price is increasing. Who knows? But that's what they need, and that's what we're going to do. But first, we've got to make our way down to the shop and pick up a planter. All right, so there's all the there's all the soybeans in the silo. Drop off the harvester, and then we'll make a run over to Dreaming Tree Farms. So we've got to make our way over to the shop, pick up that Great Plains planter for the corn and the sunflowers, and then that is a little smaller than our Vaderstad air cart and seeder, so it might take a little bit longer to seed those fields. I think we're going to do 16 with corn and 17 with sunflowers, and then we'll wait for those to grow into the first stage, and then we'll fertilize and we'll get as much corn and sunflowers as we can. And I think that's all we've got on tap for today, unless some surprise orders come in for anything or if anyone needs help. Hey, that's good news. While I got you, that's good news about the owner of field number 14 was able to secure financing for that new equipment. So that means that we no longer have to help out for field number 14. So that's good news. He's back up and on his feet again. And with his potential crop output, could probably put a sizable dent in that financing for the tractor and the harvester and header and trailer that they picked up. You seen from the picture there. It's a nice setup he's got. Looks like a Massey Ferguson guy. If you seen from the picture, he's got that Massey Ferguson Activa harvester and Massey Ferguson tractor. I don't think Massey makes trailers though, so I guess he just went with the closest red color to his tractor and harvester. But that's all right. That's good news. I'm happy to see that. We're here to help, and that's exactly what we've done for the owner of field number 14. He's now got his own equipment back, and things are looking up. All right, so Dreaming Tree Farms, where are we? Let's pull up the map. Dreaming Trees, all the way on the west coast. Got to drive all the way to the west side of the map, so let's get over to Dreaming Tree Farms. We'll drop off this silage, and then I think we've got to make our way over to the shop. Maybe we can cut some more grass, put some more chaff in the bunker. But first things first, we've got to replant. We've got to redo 26. I haven't figured out what we're going to put in 26. We do need to perpetuate the barley intake for the chickens. So one of these fields is going to have to be dedicated to barley, whether it be 26 or 14, not 14. The other one, smaller one, 15. 26 or 15 is going to have to be dedicated to barley so that we have a constant flow of feed for the chickens. So I'm going to have to make a decision there. I think maybe 26. It's a little bit smaller, and it's the easier of the two fields that we can just keep planting barley in, and then we can also perpetuate the straw intake into the silo with the straw from the barley. So I think that's what we are going to do in that situation. And then we'll figure out another crop to put in field number 15. And then we can have the 2 dedicated fields, 26 for barley, and then 15. I'm not really sure what we can dedicate to that. Maybe we'll check with head office and see what crop is constantly needed. And then we'll just dedicate 15 to one of the much needed crops. Looks like some more cereal growing here on my right. Where is Dreaming Tree? We're coming up on Dreaming Tree. There's another field. There's some more sunflowers. I think it's sunflowers on my left. I'm not really sure. And some more cereal on my right. Well, that's the same field. 22 is pretty big. I wonder who owns that. Maybe they need some help. Alright, so we're here at Dreaming Tree. Let's get into position here, and we'll dump all this silage right here into the barn. And then they can do with it whatever they want. There we go, Dreaming Tree. We'll offload this really quick, and your silage request is now fulfilled. But that leads me to believe that we're going to have another big run on silage, so we probably should make some time at some point to put some more chaff in the bunker, just in case Dreaming Tree needs some more silage, or there's another place that needs silage. Maybe the animal dealership probably needs silage to feed all the animals that they have in stock there. Alright, that's done. Nice little profit there, $45,000 going back into the farm account. How do we get out of here? Yeah, straight down this road. Alright, let's head on back to the farm. We'll see you there. Alright, we made it back to the farm safely and securely. Let's leave this here. Let's go have a look at our field, because we want to check the state before we go and get a planter, because I do believe, now if I'm not mistaken, that Great Plains planter they want me to lease is not direct drill. So I'm pretty sure we're going to have to cultivate. The only problem is we don't have a cultivator. So we're going to have to pick one of those up too, I believe. We'll check that out. Yeah, see, this is the Great Plains cedar they want me to lease. But it's not direct drill. So maybe they overlooked that detail. Yeah, it is not direct drill. So we need to pick up a cultivator as well. So we're going to have to, I don't want to use the term double dip, but we're going to have to go to the shop and get a cultivator. These fields are rather large, so we're going to need a large cultivator as well. So let's grab them all, and this planter doesn't hold fertilizer either. That's another issue. So we're going to have to fertilize like 3 times before we are ready to harvest. No, that's all right. All right, let's jump in. You know what? We don't drive this other John Deere tractor much. It kind of just sits in the shed, and I'm starting to think that it's feeling a little neglected, like we don't love it enough. Let's take you down to the shop, and we will pick up La Cedar, or La Planter, and then we'll pick out a cultivator after that. Now, we can't use this small John Deere tractor to pick up the cultivator that I'm thinking of, because these fields are kind of large, I'm thinking of the FlexiCoil. If you haven't seen the FlexiCoil, it's a 24 meter wide cultivator, and we're going to have to use the quad track to pull it. We're going to have to use the quad track to go and get it. It's ginormous, it's super huge, and I seriously doubt that it's going to fit down these roads, but we need it, so that's what we're going to get. Let's get down to the shop and pick up the planter. Alright, we made it back with the planter. Now we just gotta fill it up and drive it on over to the field. I think we'll start with field number 16 first. We'll get that out of the way, and we're gonna do corn in field number 16. Let's open up the flaps here. Open up the covers, and we'll fill it with seeds. There we go. Oh, that didn't take very long at all. I just shot them in there. Alright, it's 5,800 liters of seed. We should be able to complete both fields with one fill. We'll see what the seed output is for corn and sunflowers with the field states that they're in. But first, we need to go and pick up a cultivator So let's drop the seeder off right here, and we'll go and grab a cultivator because we've got to do that first. Alright, so as I said earlier, we had to bring the quad track here because this is the only tractor we have that's powerful enough to pull this massive flex-coil cultivator that we leased. Have a look at this thing, folks. It is huge. This is going to be a task and a half to get this back to the farm without cutting through any farmers' fields and ruining their potential crop output. We've got to sort of bob and weave our way back here with trying not to... We're going to try and dodge these road signs, but I'm not going to make any promises. Oh, there goes one. Sorry, I'll come back and fix that. Alright, let's get going here. Gonna try and not hit these trees and telephone poles, and wow, this is gonna be fun. But once we get it back to the farm, I guess you can just stay there because whoops, that one was unavoidable. Sorry, folks. I'll come back and fix that, I promise. Oh, that's a strong telephone pole. Good Lord. Alright, let's try and get around this pole in between that tree. I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, we did it. Okay, got through that one. Alright, let's keep going here. Missed that stop sign, hit that road sign. Wow, that's like 4 road signs we've taken out so far. Doing pretty good. Down the street. Can we get through here? Oh, nope, snagged again. We are going to wreck this cultivator before we even get it back to the farm and before we're even able to use it. Oh, again! What a strange place to put a light post. Well, I guess it's not really their fault. It's my fault for buying such a humongous piece of equipment. Oh, there goes another stop sign. Whoa, jeez. Dangerous. Can we get in the farm here at least? I think we're almost there. Alright. Almost home. I think we're good now. There's not much else to hit here. I think we are okay. We're in the clear. Now we just have to make it over to field number 16. We'll cultivate that one first. We'll move over to 17 after that. And then we can start planting corn and sunflowers. Wow, this thing is huge. I had no idea. Well, I knew it was huge, but I had no idea it was this huge. That's what she said. Alright. Enough joking. Let's get to farming here. So we refolded up the planter again. It's sitting right there waiting for us. Now, the other problem is that we started so late in the day that the sun is going down. So I think maybe we're only going to have time to cultivate this field before we have to stop because of the darkness. Okay, yeah, this thing is monstrous. But we might have to take a break. We might not. We've been at this all day. And then the sun is now going down. We got to turn the lights on the tractor here. Look at all the lights. This thing is like a space station. All right, let's cultivate, shall we? Fun. Really, all the cultivator is just turning the dirt and getting it ready for the next planting, which is required because the planter that we got is not a direct drill. It doesn't have a cultivator built in. So I guess in my opinion they could have made a better choice for planters, but this is a wide planter. The Great Plains planter is an 18-meter planter versus the next size down, which is a 12-meter planter. So maybe they didn't want me to do all that extra work. So I don't know. Either way, we've got to cultivate, but now we've leased this cultivator. We'll have to pay daily for this if we keep it. It is pretty good. If we're going to keep going with corn and sunflowers, we're going to have to keep the cultivator around. So, alright. Well, as much fun as this is watching me drive around in circles, let's skip to the end of the cultivation of field number 16. Alright, here we go. The cultivating is now almost completed. One last strip to go in field number 16. And it is 7:34 in the evening. The sun is leaving. So it is getting pretty dark out here. We're going to fold this up, and I think we're going to wait until the morning before we start planting. We've got some time. We do have a little bit of clouds in the forecast, so we're going to have to button up the farm a little bit. I think there is a storm coming, so we'll just leave this here. It'll be fine out in the rain. And we'll head on back to the farm, close some doors, and get a good night's sleep. And then we'll be right back at this in the morning. Whew, okay, well, I wasn't wrong about the weather. We've got a heck of a storm here. It is pouring down rain, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping. So we're going to have to get to this in the rain. So we're going to take this little John Deere tractor out, reattach to the planter, and we'll get this corn in the ground. And then you see we've still got to cultivate field number 17. We didn't have enough time to do that yesterday. It is a little gloomy. The sun is not out at all this morning. Mind you, it is 6:45, and the sun technically should be out, but it isn't. So we're going to get with the corn. Oh, and I missed that strip. Oh well. One small strip of cultivating was missed. That's okay. It won't result in that much corn loss if we just plant over it anyway. It won't grow, but it'll just be like a little bare spot. Alright, now this is kind of hard to see without the lights. I think we should turn some lights on. There we go. So we got corn going in the ground here on field number 16, and when this is done, we'll cultivate 17 and replant sunflowers over in 17. Alright, we'll see you in a few minutes. And there we go. We've got all of the corn, or actually just this one little strip, minus the cultivating strip that I missed. There we go. Corn is now complete and planted in field number 16. And the good news is we only used 40% of the seed in the planter. So we should have enough with 60% left in the planter to do field number 17 with sunflowers. Alright, now where did I park? Oh yeah, the quad track and the cultivator are up here. So we'll just put this right here behind the quad track, jump in here, start cultivating this huge field. Wow, this is going to take a long time, but not as long as it would if we didn't have this huge 24-meter Flexicoil cultivator. Alright, lights on the space station. There we go, and we are off and running. The cultivating process has begun. Whew, okay, well that didn't take as long as I thought it was. Or as long as I thought it would. We did miss a tiny little strip right there, and my OCD is kicking in. We're going to drive all the way back there just to get it. There we go. Alright, now it is 100% cultivated. Field number 17 is ready to plant with sunflowers, and that's what we are going to do next. We are just going to park this over here. I think because we don't have any pigs in the pig barn, we can just stack all this equipment up right here. We'll just park it behind the air cart here. Fold it up, make it look nice. There we go. And yeah, the John Deere tractor is up over yonder behind that bank of trees right there. And then we'll jump in there, and hopefully 60% capacity seed in the planter is enough to plant this entire field number 17 with sunflowers. And then hopefully our crop will be ready in time with all of the other crops, and then we can make a mass run on sunflowers. Did I say soybeans again? I can't remember. I always mix the two up. I think because they start with the letter S. Sunflowers, soybeans, soybeans, sunflowers. Anyways, the pretty yellow flowers are going to go into the ground. That's what we're going to call them from now on. Pretty yellow flowers. Alright. Let's unfold this bad boy, and then we will start planting sunflowers. Alright. Now, I think we'll just tackle this the same way we always do. We'll just go around in circles until we get the entire outline done, and then we'll fill in the middle. And then we still have to come up with a crop for field number 15, which is right there to our left. We're gonna stick with barley. I was thinking about it. Barley we're going to stick with for field number 26 out in the front of the farm. That way it's close to the chicken coop, and we can just truck the barley in from the field or into the silo. It's not that far, and it should work out just perfectly. Alright, let's get all these sunflowers into the ground, and then maybe later on today we'll check out the job board there, or the job request board, to see if any of the other farmers need any help with anything. Harvest season is coming up for most of them, as they planted sunflowers and cereal crops and things like that. We should go over to field number 14 and say hello to that guy and just see how things are going. Whoops, almost to the edge there. I'm going a little too fast, but that's okay. We don't have a lot of time. I want to get this done before the field gets any more full of mud. And the constant rain is not helping with that. So we're going to get this done as fast as possible, and I think that is going to wrap up this episode, as there's not much else we can do until we check that job board and wait for our crops to grow. So thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day to join us here on Bucks County. Remember, Farming Simulator 19, Bucks County, episode number 8, Town Survival Roleplay. Hit that subscribe button and the like button. We will see you next time.